Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin Hasbanallahu wa ni'mal wakeel. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows, and surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. And I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever. Amen. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Johnny's Bite. It's Thursday. We're wrapping up the week very, very soon, and the issues keep compounding every single day. The potholes have inundated our roads, and everybody is sitting pretty. We have a roads minister who tells us to hurry up because he's fixing roads and we are not seeing. Potholes have become the mainstay these days. They look like manholes. Traffic lights are not working in many different places in Accra, in Kumasi, in Wa, wherever it is in this country. Traffic lights are not. Some, you get the red, yellow, green, they are all on. Yellow and red, they are on. Get ready to go, get ready to stop and go. They are all on. The confusion that is rocking officialdom is rocking the traffic lights, rocking the roads, rocking everywhere. There's too much confusion in the country. The change that we voted for, we are not seeing that change. And now inflation has hit a record high of what? 37.2. 21 years. It's never happened before, 21 years. What a solid economic management team. They are sitting pretty. The president has endorsed them, re-endorsed them, and endorsed them again. Like the year of fruits, another year of fruits, another year of fruits. If I were the president and I say nobody voted for me, I have not campaigned or begged anybody for power. But everybody is beginning to complain. Every single individual is beginning to complain. Even people within the stronghold of the New Patriotic Party in the Shanti region. Because in Ghana, if you have been a follower of elections since I've been since 2004, when I started reporting on elections, which is why I say my journalism career transcends precedents. If you have followed elections, the MPP always waits for Ashanti and Eastern region votes to make a determination whether they won the election or not. The NDC will wait for Volta region, sometimes Greater Accra. Our swing regions have been Western region, Central, Greater Accra. The Bono Ahafo region now is being split, and part of the Northern region. So when the Ashanti region itself, the Central Business District, the Doom, is now boiling, and people are saying, we have closed our shops 4 days running. Accra is threatening to join. And Guta is telling us it be a nationwide thing. It's a problem. 3 weeks ago, the people in the Ashanti region, some people, and that is the denial that we live in. You talk about free SHS and feeding, they tell you, oh, it's basic school. Which basic school in this country uses pantry bowls and ladles and give the ladle to a table head to share food? Why? Can you prepare 97 pesos food and go and give ladle to the school prefect to share the food? But the whole country is living in denial, and the whole country has become like a crime scene. The people who are telling us they are fighting Galamsey are the very people in court defending the Galamseyers. Crime scene. The whole country is a crime scene. We can't find the investigators. I suspect that like Paul in the Bible, when he wrote the letter to the Ephesians, the letter to the Colossians, to the people in Ephesians, to the people in when he writes to the people in Ghana, he won't even know where to start. Whether to start from the dollar rate, the pound rate, the euro rate, whether to start from crime rate, people vanishing, whether to start from police, immigration, fire service, whether to start from the retirees, he won't know where to start. And today, inflation has gone all the way up. When you talk, we are told that, oh, we have started building factories. It will take time. You have had 6 years. The change we voted for 4 more to do more. Here we are. And you see, people say, oh, why are you always asking the government questions? I will ask the government questions because the government will demand my taxes, like they're doing of the traders. I have a different perspective about holding the powerful accountable. Because it's the people who hold power that must be held accountable. What am I holding the opposition accountable for? When I was holding the NDC accountable when they were in government, and the MPP members were happy about it. Today the coins are flipped. They want me still to be asking the NDC who is in opposition questions. When you are the ones in every institution, in every organization, in every leadership position, taking all the taxes, mismanaging the economy. We are running to IMF. We are a proud nation. We'll go to IMF. We have run to IMF. And here we are. We are implementing once again a policy that we have failed to include the people, the stakeholders. I will fault GRA largely. I will fault the policy formulators for what's happening in Edum and will happen in Accra, according to Guta. As for the finance minister, the least said about him, the better. The least said about our finance minister and his deputy. He's not alone. He has deputies. The finance minister, the minister of state, and the minister for finance of state. Well, I don't know what the nomenclature is. Charles Eduboin, John Kuma, my namesake, and Abnasai. As for them, I don't even want to talk about the finance. The finance, Ken Oforiatta is not alone. No. He's not alone. If you look at the economic management team and you look at the ministers and the deputies that they have who are supposed to be working for us, and we are still in this mess, junk status. First, we thought it was okay, C, Nanako. Now we have gone to, I don't know where we are now. So I don't even want to talk about the finance minister. And if the finance minister had any dignity, he would have resigned. He would have said, look, but they are holding on to power. And you see, the sad part is that President Akufo-Addo spoke about it. He says, if he were them, he would have left because he has seen that they can't do it, but because of the money under the table. Today, can we ask Mr. Akufo-Addo, no, Dr. Akufo-Addo, can we ask him now if there is any money under the table? Look at our inflation rate. We are importing everything. We say we have set up factories. You can see the impact of the factories on our lives. We said that we're going to open the sugar factory. Here we are. But I digress. Let me go back to the GRA. I say I don't largely fault the GRA for what is happening and I know that party people will put the blame on GRA. Did GRA formulate the policy that the GRA is trying to implement? No. The policy was formulated and given to GRA as an agency to implement. But like the e-levy, we failed to consult again. The e-levy is not achieving its target because we failed to consult and we failed to listen to ideas. Minim krasi, je krasi, ahumaswa krasi, enumja krasi. That's what is killing us. The level of inclusivity that we require as a country, we are not bringing it together. We're failing to recognize that it is a long-term national development plan that is inclusive of all stakeholders that will take us to the promised land. That is what America did. They have the American dream. In our case, we on ye nipa, we on kanya hon. We ase okasetia en kakra, we na se ompe asemti enyi nifim. So even if the person is qualified, we will not put the person there. We would rather go and pick the wife of a very loud-mouthed person and make the person board chairman. And then everything will be running down south. Because of a party ba. But Ghana is for all of us. I say when President Akufo-Addo met Coach Otuado and told him that he will not let him go away, he wants to keep him. Well, Dortmund, he wants to keep him. I said something. I said, President, no, Dr. Akufo-Addo now. Dr. Akufo-Addo, right? Because 200 doctorate degrees. So I said, Dr. Akufo-Addo, Coach Otuado bears your name, Ado. He decides to use the members on his bench when he recognizes that the people on the field are not performing. You want to be, you and Ado, and you have refused to swap the team on your bench. You have men on the bench who have laced their boots, who have warmed up. You are refusing to bring them onto the main stage. Now look at what is happening there. Aside the fact that the GRA boss is gone beyond the age of retirement and let the retirees go. It's gone beyond the age of retirement. Almost all the commissioners at GRA, they have gone beyond the age of retirement. So they need to go. But I'm saying I won't fault them for the WAP implementation of the policy because the policy was not developed by them. Did we include Guta in the conversations in the run-up to formulating the policy? Because even the VAT regime is unfair. If your turnaround figure is less than 200,000, you don't register. Between 200 and 500, you register and you pay a certain flat rate. Beyond 500,000, that's where you pay the original. Now, how do you expect that people will be competitive within that space and will still be paying? And then you go and move people to go and sit on top of them. As if to suggest that they evade taxes. As if to suggest that they evade taxes. The economy is hard. They can't find the dollar to buy. When they find the dollar, it's too expensive. Then you did that charade of picking up 76 black market people, and you think that that was going to bounce back the economy. Kojo Pokruma said, oh, because of the 750 million that's coming, if I were you, I'd be trading my dollar. Kasaya and Frama. Kasaya and Frama. Too much talk. Talk. I didn't know that this government was going to be talk show hosts. Talk. Show working. You are not showing working as it is. It's on the front page. Inflation, 37.2, 21 years. It has never happened before. Everybody is suffering. Every single individual in this country is suffering. Apart from those who are getting the largest, the money under the table. Then when we start talking about the issues, you go and bring Galamsey. And then when we hear, it is your own party people who are defending the people who are supposed to have raped the state. Ajana, what are you talking about? When your community or your village is under attack and your elders are divided into two, one accusing and one defending, there's a problem. So now you have to ask the question, was the president really putting his presidency on the line or what? The real bread and butter issues have been put on the side. Now we are discussing Galamsey because we know that people will be emotionally attached. But the real issues, go to the secondary schools, go and check what your children are eating. Then the minister said, oh, it's a lie. It's a lie. The food has been given. And that the headmasters that wrote the letter, should that even situation have pertained in the first place? GES, you put together a calendar. And you tell us that the children are going to be in school for three months or 2 months, whether it's the traffic light system that you have put in place. The children, you know how long the children are going to be in school. At some point, our children, I am a guardian to people. They were drinking cocoa without bread in school. Sometimes they give them cocoa and they ask them to bring their own sugar and milk. It's either the minister is sleeping on the job or struggling to stay awake on the job. We're tired of the talk. We are tired. They ask us, all students, to contribute money to fee. When you came with free SHS, you abolished PTAs. When we were in school, PTAs used to contribute. Say, maybe Hamado, we need 500 ions. Then they buy the ions. They come and give to the boys. Put it in the ironing room, 15 or 20. They put it there. Today, everybody takes iron to school. Today, everybody takes rates because you have abolished PTAs. And you wonder why the schools are burning down. Then when you finish, you don't even acknowledge the support that the parents are adding on to your abysmal management of the system like a free SHS, which is a good policy. I've said it and I'll say it over and over again. Because if we were doing proper analysis, you would have put in the contribution of parents and all school students, how much they contribute to feed the children and to provide for other things. Then when you are going to take the award, like the president recently got an award for free SHS, he would have included the parents. He has gone to take the award alone. So you prepare a document and give to the white man that we are doing very, very well. Go to the schools today and go and check. Then you come and tell us that, oh, buffer stock is solving everything. When there was food shortage, Mr. Minister, earlier this year, and you promised that food will be taken there, how long did it take for you to gather the food to take to the schools? But your children are not in these schools. You say the thing is free. No problem. Ken Oforiatta warned you. You didn't listen. We are still talking about it. The Safomapu is talking. And the children are hungry. And at this stage of the adolescence, they require the complement of full complement nutrition to be able to develop their brains to learn. Feeding aids teaching and learning. There are no textbooks. The resources are not there. Food is not there. Furniture is not there. Charles has been complaining. Beds. Go to the boarding houses. Is that why you have prevented parents from visiting their children? We have real issues in this country. And if humility will prevail and priorities will be set right, we will not have these situations running around. Look at our inflation. It's a shame. We are a proud nation. How proud are we of 37.2? In 21 years, we import gari, we import cassava, we import fish, even chop homowo, we import tomato, we import onion, we import garden egg, we import duade, we import yele, we import everything. What's even more painful is that all the 5 things that we have spent money year on year since 2017 for planting for food and jobs, maize, millet, sorghum, rice, soya, we import all of them. Check your poultry farms. They are collapsing. Your poultry farms are collapsing. Then he played a video of the guys in Kumasi who were telling us that, oh, everything is okay. Akufo-Addo, oh, yeah, today they are the ones closing the shops. Play the video for me.
Now so esa anya ye kra na wotwe ni kra mu ye adwadifo a wokajetia Kumasiman ya me ma so kusie fanidwa anya sem ketoa eti ni nyina ba no waboa ye eti Nanado pejati na to asoma ye ya ma musikasa mo fanidwa yes unya sai minya poli ahenum 50,000 wow.
It's way opening way mebo. I will say way very simple. Ya shall say a chairman slog. Papa say when you 500 million. For MP 50 million. 5,000. Okay, it's in there. Udru MP gate and 5,000. No aquajo there.
The reality, it will reach all of us. Slow down. It will come. Yours is coming. Slow down. When you spend 200 Ghana to buy 3 gallons of fuel, you will settle in. Like that level 100 who carried a teddy bear to school. Go and ask where the teddy bear is. I'm sure they have sold it and bought textbooks with it. Because they hit you with 1 IA, 2 quizzes, you settle in. Obana powder. The same people who are telling us, and I don't blame them. These are the people who, even in death, will say, we are abache, we are doing very well. Do you know what it takes to close your shop for 4 days? So we are now all focusing on sack GRA boss, sack GRA boss. The GRA boss did not take the decision alone, even though they'll bear part of the blame because sensitization should have happened. Now they are demonstrating. Retailers are demonstrating, importers are demonstrating, wholesalers are demonstrating. They have shut their shops. Can you imagine the quantum of revenue we have lost? KMA and everybody else. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the revenue we have lost to the country, the GRA? Can you imagine the disorganization? It's a national security issue. Mr. Kandapa, good morning to you. National Security Coordinator, good morning to you. CID boss, good morning to you. I hope this one too, it is the opposition that sponsored them in your stronghold to be able to close their shops and to be on the streets. You remember I told you about the tomato sellers who said they were feeling insecure. He said, oh, it's a lie. We are not importing anything, a Greek minister. Then we told the IGP upon Bueno to provide security for them. And then we provide, if we are not importing tomatoes, why do you provide security for supposed importers who are saying that they are being attacked? When the lies are too many, the truth will expose you. Your dollar is gone past 11. Dollar. 100, I forgot. $100. This one. It's gone past 11 cedis. This one. It's gone past 11 cedis. What was Kufuor's rate? What was President Kufuor's rate? What was his rate? What was his rate? And what was the rate before we took over for the change that we voted for? What was the rate? Everything is messed up. The solution is that change the team. I won't stop saying that you have very, very well qualified people within the MPP who can change some of the people who are tired, who are saturated, who have forgotten all the fine ideas, who are old and frail. Change them. Bring fresh blood in. Let the retirees go. Let the young grow. And it is evident in the recent meeting you had with the state-owned enterprises. They are beginning to declare losses. They have declared losses. You say things must change. How can things change when the same players who are scoring own goal are the same players you are fielding for the World Cup? Coach Otuado won't do that. So here we are, Mr. President, I'm imploring you, don't go and say anywhere that these set of ministers and these set of leaders you have are the best you have found anywhere. Look at those who are delivering, keep them. Those who are not delivering, sack them. Because you are our servants, first of all. You are supposed to be serving us and listening to us. Where we have gotten to now is become irate. In your own backyard, in the Ashanti, where your votes come from, they are closing their shops on you. Do you know what that means? Do you know what that means? They are closing their shops on you. Do you know what that means? And they have done that for 4 days. Do you know what that means? Do we know what that means? We have a minister of trade sitting pretty. We have a minister for national security sitting pretty. We have a minister for agri sitting pretty. We have the economic management team sitting pretty. Vice president sitting pretty. President sitting pretty. Everybody is sitting pretty. The president is out there in France collecting funds and award. He wanted to do same at the Global Citizens Award, and then they booed him. Then Katie Amon came to insult us. We know, but the reality is on the ground. Go and insult the women, the market women too. They are waiting for you. Good morning.